A lot of people don't know about something. A famous quote, Jack of all trades, master of none. Actually, this is not the complete thing. The complete thing goes like this: Jack of all trades, master of none, but still a lot better than master of one. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Arjun Agarwal. I have secured rank 2 in this year's NEET 2021 and rank 9 in INICET November. I did my undergraduation and internship from SMS Medical College, Jaipur. So my journey started when I was in 8th or 9th standard in school, and my grandmother was admitted for some heart issues to the hospital. That was the first time when I got to know what doctors really are, and I started idolizing them, and I wanted to do this in my life. And seeing my sister also succeed in NEET-UG, it became a more stronger an emotion. Then in NEET-UG, I secured a rank of 166, and I always had dreamed of just one college, and that was the only college I had filled in counselling. So I just filled one college, SMS Medical College. So first day of the college, I entered. My sister was the cultural secretary in the college at that time, and I was like with all gleaming eyes and everything. And after the college, me and a common friend and we formed a small group of 4. Since first day of college, we are together and we are still together, and we'll be selecting different colleges. And it was a great group. It started increasing. So first year was filled with everything except for studies. In the 4th semester, we realized that okay, we need to study, and एग्ज़ाम के डर से किताबें खोलना एंड पढ़ने के लिए किताबें खोलना, वो चीज़ रियलाइज़ हुई सेकेंड ईयर जब आधा निकल चुका था. बट फिर जब रियलाइज़ हुआ, देन वी स्टार्टेड रीडिंग गुड बुक्स, वी स्टार्टेड रीडिंग रॉबिन्स, वी स्टार्टेड रीडिंग KD Tripathi Farmer, and studies started then. Then came the 3rd year. Luckily for me, my first posting in my 3rd year was in medicine. And before this, I had a slight hint that I wanted to go into civil services, as my grandfather was in civil services. He's an IS officer. So I had half of my mind was towards doctor, and some part of it had an IS is very good and glowy and everything. So yeah, but first posting comes and I go into medicine. I take up my first case. I still remember it was Guillain-Barré syndrome, and stroke was also one case for me. And I come back, I read it from the book, and I go back again to examine, and how the things correlated, how the dots connected, that's something that convinced me. I want to do this. I want to take up the medicine sides of things. And that was the day that probably civil services was out of my head. I had never worked on it. It was just small चिंगारी थी एक छोटी सी, but कभी वो नहीं हुई functional. After this, I started attending classes regularly in my 3rd year at DBMCI Jaipur Center. Bhatia sir is our coordinator here, and I was very regular with my classes. I did not miss even a single class. I started out with anatomy, I still remember, and it was such a good 5 days in anatomy with Ashwini sir was amazing. He conceptualized anatomy, which was a subject, had been a dreaded subject always, and he conceptualized it so beautifully. It was just amazing with all the diagrams and everything. It was so good to revise. I realized this in my internship when I revised it. It was just amazing. Apart from that, as many classes I could attend, it was so good. Praveen sir was amazing. The way he, in 4 days he completed pathology, 2 weekends. And apart from that, even with these classes, I did not miss out on the other things. My social life, my sports life, or my family life, everything I made sure that I kept them hand in hand. After the professional exams, we started with the final year. Final year is always probably the toughest year of your prof lives. In final year, I attended Sher's surgery. I'll tell you one thing. Surgery scared the bejesus out of me. I always thought that it's just a subject I had to rote learn, and I was very, very poor at it, rote learning things. But surgery is not about rote learning things. It's about how you manage a patient and not a disease. So that was very important, and he was just amazing. 2 days he connected the dots to every subject, every loophole that had been left. If had been left, it was covered by him so beautifully. So in 8th or 9th semester for me, I also attended the Vibe, and it was an amazing experience. It was like revising each and everything for the final time before my prof exams and everything, and it was just amazing. The Vibe session was so good. The photos, the quality of the photos, the quality of the content being given, it was just amazing, and it was a very good source to revise at the end of which I realized it when I was going for my main paper, the NEET 2021. After this, all this final profs happened, and as a lot of people know, that medicine practical is probably the epitome of MBBS. Like if you are through with that, you are a doctor now. And so for me, that was it. Although medicine was my favorite subject, but I was scared. I was very, very scared before the practical exam. And to mark that, the completion of that practical exam, me and my family, we had a proper photo shoot in a studio. So so that was a milestone for me. And after that, we went to Goa. After the final year, we have to go to Goa. It's a custom, somewhat you can say. So we celebrated more. But as our internship started, COVID hit and everything changed. तो ये नया था, and we started panicking, and things did start gradually. We did start studying. We tried to find the best of what we could. Spending family life together, family time, spending the time with them was a boon. Connecting with friends over voice and video calls became more common, and shifting from the social meetups to the video meetups, and things moved on. Life moves on. We had to make the best of what we had. So gradually we moved forward in the internship in July or something. I still remember Sher was the first one who made me realize that I could get a single digit rank. And how is that? It was a simple exchange over an email, and that I still have that screenshot, and I'm sure I'll get that framed this week or next week. And it was something like that, which said, I asked him a doubt and he answered back the doubt, and also said with the doubt that keep working hard. If you work hard enough, and if you work good, you have the capability to get a single digit rank. And that stuck in my head, and that was the day that I realized that maybe I can. If I work for it, maybe there is a possibility. And hence, step by step I worked on it and reached there, you can say. And then I entered the Super 30 group by DBMCI, and it was an amazing experience to interact with so many good teachers. And they used to tell each and every doubt, each and every used to solve, and to the intricate of details. Apart from that, then we moved forward, we started revising, but then a tragedy hit. Me and my whole family we were affected from COVID. My whole 1 month went down. I did not pick up my books or anything, that for whole 1 month. That was the time when I realized that what good mentors are. Sir, Rajat sir, they were there for me. I talked to them on phone regularly, and they were the ones who motivated me after COVID. I always say this, and we have to take everything in the best of spirits. So from here, everything became fine and we moved on. So 18th April exam was announced, and we started preparing, we planned and everything. And then as we were reaching, we were so close to the exam, and it got cancelled. It got postponed again. And I don't know if I was relieved, if I was like, oh, what happened? I don't know what my emotions were. It was very, very mixed. After this, we had nothing to look forward to. It was just, we were looking at, everything was empty. We didn't know when would the exam be. The COVID was in its prime, the country was suffering a lot. After that, date was announced for July in ICT, and unluckily for me, it was just after the Euro Cup. And being the ardent football fan I watched each and every match, and I watched it till the end, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever it was, I watched it. And that in a way messed my sleep cycle. I was not able to get up at time. I just messed everything up. My July INICET was messed up because of these reasons. I went retrograde with the INICET preparation. I started focusing on the glowy things, the interesting things, rather than focusing on the basic and the simple things. I did not revise my notes in the days reaching up to INICET, and this all backfired me. But the good part was that in spite of all this, I learned from this a lot, and I applied this to the next 45 days. Okay, so night before the INICET, I was not able to sleep at all. I was very, very drowsy when I woke up, and in the paper, if you'll still tell me that this question was there in the paper, I won't be able to recall it. It's so blur. I thought that it was probably the worst paper I attempted, But the result was not that bad. I secured some 128 or 129th rank. So I thought that okay, if these were the reasons, then I can work on them. And for the next 45 days, I planned out for NEET 2021. Also, before the INICET, the mocks I had attempted, I thought that the rank I was getting, I would be able to get my branch in college, but I did not. So because I crumbled under the pressure of it. I had expectations from myself and I crumbled under it. So for the NEET, I changed. I just whirled everything around. I started my schedule, and I started waking up at 6:37 a.m. and that was probably the hardest thing for me to do. I stopped taking in a caffeine of any form after 2 p.m. and I scheduled everything. I attempted GTs. I remember I attempted GCLT in mid of August and I secured rank 2 in that also. That correlated with my actual rank, so that was so good for me. In the days before the NEET 2021, I read the notes. I did not focus on any fancy things. I just focused on my main notes and just the previous year questions. Those were the two things that I focused on and I relied on for the whole part of 45-50 days. And after the paper, I was confident that I will get a decent seat. I will get what I want, but I did not expect such a good rank. After that, when the result was announced, it was a different kind of result this time because the scores were released beforehand and the rank was released afterwards. So after the scores, there was, people started to point out that this roll number had 712 marks and he is second rank. I was still not sure because I'm not very good at text, so I could not know that we can actually sort marks out of the PDF. So I was still very skeptical, but in 2 or 3 days the ranks were announced and it was finally such a relief.
When we got to know his result, we were very happy. Not exactly surprised because he has been getting good positions like that because the UPSC exam was he got a first position. So I was not surprised when he got a second position here.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I did not expect second rank and we were very, very happy. Then he wanted that whatever college he wants, he should get it. That was his choice.
My sister, who has been the truest inspiration for me, she is doing her oncosurgery from SMS and she has been an inspiration for me always. And she has been the support pillar, guiding me always. And whenever I was down, she was used to tell me like, "Tu Sher hai. Agar tu nahi karega, to kaun karega?" And that one thought and that one thing hit, and it has been in my head. I even stuck a sticky note in front of me with that. Also, like coming to bookmarks and sticky notes, I was a fan of doing this. I bookmark notes by notes according to the topics I want to read in my revision, and so small flags and those kind of things, I used to stick them a lot in my notes. Then INICET, I did not prepare much. I just attempted one mock paper. The results for INICET were announced when I was at a wedding. Me and one of my friends, we saw the result together. Rajat sir called me up and told me that the result has been announced, what is your rank and etc. So he got rank 64, I got a rank 9, and we were very ecstatic and everything. All the success and everything that I've had in the past 2 years, 3 years, or whatever you can say in my life, it has been due to my parents and my sister. They have been the support system, their blessings, the strength they give me. It has just been immense for me. My mom has been so supportive. Earlier she used to think that why there's no need to go to the library late in the night, but I convinced her that no, we study in the library. And as soon as the results are announced, I remember saying this to my mom, see, library mein padhte hi the, maze nahi karte the sir. So, and my father has been, a support pillar for me, and he always supported whatever decisions I took. He allowed me to take the decisions for myself, and that is something which a lot of people don't have in their life, and that was a boon for me. Take home a message. Keep balance, okay? Keep balance between the things you do. The college is about the overall development, overall growth of you, just not about the studies. It's okay to not being able to finish your targets each day and every day. It is perfectly normal. You have to just make sure that you become the best version of yourself. You have to grow, you have to learn things, and you do not have to learn things because of the exam. It is never the joy of the exam or the rank that will give you the happiness, but more than that, the happiness will be when you save that first life, and that for that day you're studying, when you're able to save that life, and that will be the joy that would be the purest of it. Mark my words, okay? It's not for the rank, it's not for anything, it's just for that first life you'll see.